World history before start of Satya, Krita Yuga and beyond. Vedas, Puranas and Itihasa have recorded world history centered around present-day India much prior to the start of Satya Yuga, Krita Yuga. First king recorded is Barhi, also known as Prachina Barhi. 10 generations passed and then in 11th generation Pracheta was king. His wife was Suvarna and they had 10 sons called Prachetas, which primarily means the observant and intelligent. These 10 were also the Prajapatis. Rigveda mantra in book 1, 41.1 says that Pracheta refers to men of knowledge, the men who are learned and wise. There must be a connection between Prajapati in Rigveda and Protogonos of the Greek Orphic tradition, or both must be referring to same persons as Greek history got mixed into Puranas later. The original list of 10 Prajapatis include Marichi, Angiras, Atri, Pulastya, Pulaha, Kratu, Vasishtha, Daksha, Bhrigu, Narada. They were meant to create different races at different places in the world and their creative role varies. One of the Prajapatis, Daksha, had 2 wives, Prasuti and Akshini. He lived in Daksharamam, which is present-day Andhra Pradesh. Aditi married Kashyapa, who later inhabited Kashmir Valley. Their children were Indra, Surya, Bhaga, Varuna, Mitra, Aryaman, Savitra and Vamana. Here, Indra, Surya, etc. were humans who ruled over certain land parts but not gods as described in Vedas. Vamana was also a human who was later regarded as Vishnu avatar. This Surya had children as follows: Vaivasvata Manu, Yama, Yami, Ashwins, Revanta, Savarni Manu, etc. This Vaivasvata Manu or Vivaswan, also referred to as Shraddhadeva or Satyavrata, is the progenitor of humans after the great deluge which occurred during this era. He was guided by a huge fish or dolphin, Matsyavatar, and the same story is referred to as Noah's Ark. But Noah's Ark and other stories do not give geographic location of this deluge. Mahabharata Vanaparva chapter 187 gives details that it happened around Himalayas as entire earth was submerged in water and all surviving humans stepped on highest peak of Himalayas called Naubandhana. Satyavrata was the king of the Dravida kingdom during the epoch. According to the Matsya Purana, after the deluge, Manu's family and the 7 sages repopulated the earth. This narrative is similar to other flood myths like the Gilgamesh flood myth and the Genesis flood narrative. Vaivaswan's wife was Shraddha and they had 10 sons: Rishabhanatha or Ikshvaku, Drishnu, Narishyanta, Dishta, Nriga, Karusa, Saryati, Nabhaga, Pranshu, Veena, Prasadhara, along with one daughter, Ila. Mahabharata Adi Parva chapter 175 describes Pranshu or Veena's story, how he was killed by rishis, later a clone created from his body called Prithu, and how earth was called Prithvi after his name. Dhriga was cursed to live as a giant chameleon or dinosaur who got relieved by Krishna later. After the deluge ended, Vivaswan lived close to Himalayas. There were no castes by birth in those days when Satya Yuga started. It was called Krita Yuga because everything had to be created, Krita or manufactured. His son Nabhaga had 2 sons who were engaged in trade, so they were called Vaishyas. Later, few of their descendants again took to kingdom and ruling. Ambarisha was from this clan. Karusa's sons became warriors. Prasidhara settled with physical labor, so was called Shudra, though born as Kshatriya. Narishyanta's descendants were Sakas, Sakya. Drishnu's descendants were Dashraka Kshatriyas. Saryati had one son, Anartha, who went to west coast and formed his own kingdom with capital as Kushasthali, which was many years later used by Krishna to build Dwaraka. Saryati's daughter Sukanya married Rishi Chavana. Rishabhananta became Ikshvaku by drinking Ikshurasa, sugarcane juice, for survival and built a city, Ayodhya, with fortification which was difficult to attack. Prabhu Rama was born in this dynasty. Rishabhananta later went to Vanaprastha and was regarded as a Jaina, later as first Tirthankar of Jains. The tradition of making elder son as king and going to Vanaprastha continued in Ikshvaku dynasty till King Aja. It was broken when Dasharatha died at home. Later, Rama also did not go to Vanaprastha. All this history proves that they were primarily from South India, who later spread all over India. The eldest person in a family was called Arya, which actually means first person. The same word is used in South Indian languages as Ayya, elder or father figure. They were the original Aryans who spread all over India, but not someone who came from Europe. Greeks came and mingled with Indians in those times, but original Aryans already existed here. Ikshvaku brothers had a sister named Ila who loved Buddha, and they got a son, Pururava, who spread lunar dynasty, Chandravamsha or Somavamsha in India on his grandfather's name. This Buddha was born to Greek parents out of an extramarital affair. For more information, click on the link in description.